Hey, it's JT in LA. Today we're going to talk watches, and since time is precious, let's dive right in. Hi, JT here. I'm a watch collector and enthusiast, and I wanted to share with you one of my favorite line of watches from a brand that you normally don't think of when it comes to watches. I'm talking about Versace, and specifically the Versus line of watches from Versace, which in my opinion offers a younger, bolder, and more adventurous line of designs than the parent brand. But before I get started, I just want to be clear about something. This is not a sponsored ad, I'm not paid by the brand in any way, and I'm not selling anything. I'm just a watch enthusiast who purchased these myself. I've enjoyed wearing them, and I wanted to share my thoughts and experience with them. So here we go, my honest review on these designer watches by Versace. While there are several series from the Versus Versace line that caught my eye, one that really spoke to me was the Teatro line. Teatro is the Italian word for theater, and it references the books created by Gianni Versace in the late 80s and early 90s. These books were a collection of essays, costumes, and sketches from Gianni Versace himself, and they showcase his love for the theater, as well as the brand's deep roots from the world of theater arts. I'm a believer in the idea of, when you find something you like, get it in every color. For example, I love retro Jordan sneakers, and as you can see, I've started collecting them too. And I've brought that same mentality into my watch collecting. Over the last year and a half, I've acquired 5 different models from the Teatro line. So yeah, you can say I really like these watches. More than just venturing off the standard, beaten path of circular watch shapes, which many other watches have done before, the Teatro line immediately grabs your attention with its large, square-shaped design and prominent 3D engraved lion's head logos facing outward from the 12 and 6 o'clock positions. It's a striking statement from the start, but the distinctive design doesn't end there. It has a beautiful textured guilloche pattern that spreads across the large dial face. The square shape, coupled with a purposely simple face, is uncrowded without a lot of text or complications, other than the subdial marking the seconds sitting at the 6 o'clock position. This allows the elegance of the engraved face to shine through. It's coupled with classic Dauphine hands that point out towards the raised indices for the hour markers. What I really love is that the designer complemented the beautifully engraved dial by continuing that stylized diamond-shaped pattern and texture all along the case edges. On top of that, they followed the hour indice markers along the case edge as well, creating a raised extension of the dial all around the edge. This is a beautiful attention to design detail that just grabbed me from the moment I saw it. It's a design that gets attention and its own fair share of compliments. Honestly, the fact that anyone even notices a watch these days is a testament to a beautiful design that stands out from the traditional watch cases and shapes. Historically, watches were designed as jewelry, and not just tools to tell the time. So in this day and age, when smartwatches have taken over and homogenized the wristwatch, made them obsolete even, it's great to have a piece that stands apart and not only performs its function well, but one that speaks to you, accentuates your style, and can speak to others without you saying a word. As for how it wears, even though they are large in diameter, they sit slim enough on the wrist and easily fit underneath your sleeve. Another thing I like about these watches are the square-shaped design that makes for flat end links. These end links move easily to cradle the wrist, and also make it easy to match up with aftermarket bracelets and straps to make them even more versatile and easier to match your style. Originally, they come with oyster-style bracelets or leather straps, depending on the model. I really like the two-tone bracelet as well as the stainless steel model. They pair brushed internal links with polished exterior links for a beautiful, classic look. Though I must admit, the bracelet may also be the weak link of this watch line, as it has a little rattle when opened, just as a lot of watches do in this price range. But when closed and worn on the wrist, there's no more rattle, and for me, no issue. As I said earlier, the flat end links make it easy to find replacement bracelets if you want. I went with aftermarket bracelets with 2 of them to bring in some diversity and fit the vibe I was going for with that particular watch. The gold beads of rice band for a more dressy look, and the black shark mesh for a more sporty and dressed down feel. I also really like how the texture on these 2 bands closely match the pattern on the edge of the case. Functionally, these serve as dependable watches made for a typical modern lifestyle, a day at the office, or a night out on the town. But keep in mind, these are dress watches, and not made for more adventurous outings. They have minimal water resistance ratings and no luminous markers. But then again, that's not really what they're designed for. And as with all quartz movements, they are accurate timekeepers with the convenience of grab and go, versus what you get with automatic watches. Overall, I have to say I've really been happy with the Teatro line. I love the different looks and options they offer, and for my growing collection of them, you can see they've quickly become some of my favorite watches. The Teatro line is a modern take on a classic design. A versatile piece that you can dress up or down, and a watch that stands out. So if you're looking for something outside of the typical watch look, something classic yet distinctive, stylish, a little dressy, maybe even a little flashy, the Teatro line is a great place to start.